Urban education is central to the mission of the Rossier School of Education. As the U.S. becomes increasingly urbanized, effective educational leaders must be prepared to seize the unique set of opportunities and challenges present in urban settings. In many ways, Los Angeles is an ideal site for conducting research in urban education. Perhaps more than any other city, Los Angeles embodies the unique mix of languages, ethnicities, and perspectives that defines urban life in the United States. At the Rossier School of Education, we aim to create leaders in urban education, policymakers, innovators, advocates, and problem solvers. The leaders we educate work as counselors, teachers, therapists, administrators, advisors, and policymakers in a wide range of settings: schools, universities, government, or in private practice. Because successful leaders in urban education require a solid foundation in certain fundamental categories, the Rossier School of Education structures its classes, research, and fieldwork experiences around 4 distinct but overlapping themes: leadership, accountability, learning, and diversity. The Rossier School of Education leads the state of California in providing its students with opportunities to pursue successful careers. We produce more superintendents than any other school in the state. In turn, these influential policymakers seek to hire other USC alumni capable of leading educators and students in increasingly complex and diverse environments. On your journey towards your career as an educational leader, you can take advantage of a career center office specifically designed for the students at the Rossier School of Education and dedicated to researching market trends in education, placement opportunities, and job-building skills.
When I told my principal that I was leaving last year to come to California and go back to school, she was a little disappointed because they want to keep their teachers. But when I told her I was coming to USC, she was happy for me, and she actually told me that when I'm done with this program and I go back to Hawaii, I'll be able to choose my school, I'll be able to choose my grade, I'll be able to choose any job that I want in Hawaii because I'll have a master's degree from USC.
The Trojan family is not a myth. There truly is a support system among the alumni of the University of Southern California, and it really does help you in the future for jobs, and just as far as when you meet people, it's a bond that you have.
The Rossier School of Education is also a leader in shaping and defining the globalization of education. Educational leaders in Los Angeles must create new opportunities out of the increasing global interconnectedness of educational systems. In part because USC hosts more international students than any other school in the country, our USC connections span across the globe, and your classmates will bring worldwide perspectives to your experience at USC.
I think USC is unbelievably unique in the fact that it has a very global atmosphere. Pretty much anybody you say that you go to USC, whether they're from Hong Kong or India or Europe, they know of the school. They've really heard about it. It has great name recognition. And a lot of students are from different countries.
Increasingly, educators, counselors, administrators, and policymakers are held accountable for the results they produce. Through rigorous field and classroom experiences that tie theory to real-world practice, we produce leaders that create measurable results for the students they serve.
I chose the EDD program because it has a practitioner focus. I know for me, being someone in student affairs and as a practitioner, I didn't have time to take out of career to stop going to class or to go to class full-time. And so the EDD program allows me to be able to go 1 night a week while still working full-time, but then all of it is so relevant to what I'm doing every day. So I think that has been a great connection.
Recognizing that you, like the students you will someday teach, counsel, and lead, have a variety of learning styles and preferences, we've structured our programs in a variety of innovative ways. Many of our master's and credential programs are intensive and can be completed in as little as 1 year. Most of our programs have a part-time option or are designed for part-time students pursuing careers while they earn an advanced degree. Although there is variation in the way our classes are structured, all of our programs have a few things in common: passionate students, small cohort sizes, participatory classroom experiences, and outstanding, approachable faculty.
The classes in the MFT program are great because they're very small. and most of the time they're with other students that you know. So once you've taken a few classes, you're never going to walk into a room of blank faces. It's always going to be somebody that you've had classes with, and since there's so much group work, you really become a tight-knit cohort, and we work together a lot. The professors have very interactive styles, and so it's not a lot of just sitting there and taking notes. It's mostly answering questions, being involved in discussions, and being interactive.
The Rossier School of Education is committed to the idea that real learning must take place both within and outside of the classroom. Because of this, our faculty often collaborate with graduate students in their research projects. Our PhD students, in particular, focus on producing cutting-edge research that leads to both educational reform and tenure-track positions at Tier 1 research institutions. The kaleidoscopic diversity found in neighborhoods and classrooms across Los Angeles is reflected in our faculty and in every incoming cohort at the Rossier School of Education. In particular, we are committed to an agenda of advocacy for students who have historically suffered or presently suffer disenfranchisement from our educational systems. We view diversity as a rich resource that our students can use to create new models of educational theory and practice.
The program itself has given us the chance to, open up our critical thinking skills in terms of understanding other people, other cultures, and knowing how to reach them. The students don't understand the angle that you're coming from, then regardless how good you are, or how many MAT or other degrees you have, they're probably not going to learn as well as they would if you understand that population that you're teaching.
The classes here at USC are great on many levels. The average class size has been from 15 to 25, some as small as 9, and they all, in my opinion, have a seminar feel to them. We work very closely with the professors. Another thing that I really like about the classes is that they're very diverse ethnically. They're areas of interest, which allows me to collaborate and work with a lot of diverse folks, and that makes me a better learner and educator.
We welcome you to view the remainder of this CD to learn more about how to create a successful application to the Rossier School of Education. Our programs are selective, and our students are academically accomplished. Equally important, our students are unrivaled in terms of their commitment to advocacy for urban students who do not have equal access to the benefits of our educational systems.
For me, I will be the first person in my family in my whole family to ever receive a doctorate degree. So that's something that I've always wanted to do, and I have such a passion about education, about access to education for people who have historically been disenfranchised, for example, from the system. And I also have 3 children whom I've had to navigate through the educational system. So it's an area that is just profoundly close to my heart. And when I had the opportunity to come here and pursue that degree, I'm just thrilled.
The USC Rossier School, excellence in urban education.